This is Bold New Truths for excess body fat freedom, weight loss, and overfat prevention in 3 parts. Welcome, my fellow thoughtful and caring adult, to Part 2. I am Dr. Richard Terry Lovelace. Please listen as though saying to yourself, I refuse to do as a lab rat does, confuse conditioning, mistaken learning with real hunger or with habit. I recognize and welcome what I confused with hunger before. That proves I am a human being. Safely, I welcome the feeling of empty by filling my mind with truth. I welcome whatever, maybe stomach growling, was mistaken for hunger or for craving or for habit. Food is body fuel. With love, I use the better fuels and avoid overfilling. 1 or 2 of the spice whole clove, as needed, gently chewed into 2 or more pieces of sugarless gum or bubble gum, shifts me to adult control, breaks conditioning, deals with false hunger and habit, replaces snacking, fueling in between meals, and protects me and someone, something I love. See, love works. It works even better if my still young, parent-like personality part doesn't like clove. I refuse to let it be in charge. Before fueling, putting my hands together 2 times suggests how much body fuels that love or like me to put in my body's tank. Putting my hands together twice shows how much I care. Truth sets me free, protects me from, gives away excess body fat. Listening to these body fat freeing and body fat preventing facts, I get the proof and control needed to safely do what works. What I used to think were mistakes are, for me, valuable learning experiences. With positive changes in what I do, I can be sure that I have unknown and honestly mistaken thoughts that are the important obstacles to my success. I continue listening, thinking, and imagining. Surely, I and someone, something I love, will love someday, are worth that small amount of time and effort. I avoid attempting to do the impossible called moderation that would put me in a dangerous place. I deserve better than average or moderate treatment. Someone, something I love now or will deserves far better than an average future and so-so security. I do as well as I can instead of moderately well, moderation. I think less of and about body fuels, fueling, and inactivity as I have more well-deserved affection for someone who, something that depends on me, and for myself. I avoid wasting my love and liking on fuels, body fueling, and doing too little of what makes sweet wet, so that who and what deserve them will avoid going without my protection, and affection. I refuse to love or like the too much body fueling, overeating, and fuels that obviously hate my guts, pound on me inside, and make me swell. What truly matters is what loves and likes me, and someone who, something that, depends on me. Increasingly, I am willing to and do use body fuels that love and like me, and in loving amounts. I avoid putting processed sugar, grease, and too much of anything in the tank of a car. I can and will treat my body's tank with as much care and respect. Instead of cheating, I treat myself well, with respect. When the young parent thoughts, part of me, tosses a match, messes up, I refuse to let it toss another. I can always mess up later. Maybe later I'll see. Just this once, hurt, pounding, is too much. I and someone, something, I love, deserve far better. I avoid cheating myself and someone, something, I love and will love. Cheating might work for cheaters. Little wonder it doesn't for me. I am taking control by taking responsibility for what I do and for myself. Taking responsibility instead of blaming myself, anyone, or anything else gives me self-control. I keep away excess body fat in with my cans. I can't avoid eating too much and what makes me swell, as I think more of myself and someone who, something that, depends on me. I can do what's worth any possible difficulty or discomfort. Overall, I am more determined to take in fewer calories than I burn. I lighten up on, respect myself so my body safely becomes and stays lean enough. If I had known better, way down deep where it counts, I would have done better before. Enough repeated exposures to these unknown facts ensures securely having that deep understanding. When I do less well than I deserve, I refuse to give up. The mistakes of winners are opportunities to learn. I learn from mistakes. What I used to think were mistakes are, for me, valuable learning experiences. Taking more responsibility for the unknown fibs that would make the unhealthy fat, instead of blaming myself, stress, or anything else, gives me more control. I take and keep control by taking responsibility for what I do and for myself. I am gaining adult control. Whatever my freedom from too much excess body fat brings is much better than any alternative. I am protecting who and what matter instead of guessing at what's in the future. Protecting futures by keeping away excess body fat is far better than any other option. The real threat, embarrassment, or risk is avoiding doing carefully what works and keeps away enough excess body fat. I keep from kidding myself. I do care. When doing exercise that works, how I move shows how much I care. I move with enthusiasm, feeling I do care. How much I focus on, think about, body fueling, and inactivity is smaller as my caring, loving grows. I avoid kidding myself. I do care. Fellow thoughtful and caring adult, if you have trouble finding Part 3, please search YouTube using my full name. This is the end of Part 2. I am Richard Terry Lovelace. I appreciate your caring and growing determination